Now is the time to get your voice heard. Sports War Radio is now accepting applications for driven and knowledgeable sports fans who want to start their very own podcast about their favorite team. Sports War Radio has an international audience and is growing fast. Don't miss the chance to become the go-to news source for your favorite team. Email sportswarradio@gmail.com and tell us why you would be a great addition to our team. Sports War Radio. Let the battle begin.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio.
Oh, how about that? Mike, it just completely dropped right at the drop.
Nice.
That wasn't even on purpose. It was this file of the Finn Balor beginning I don't know why. It was
cut.
It just cut.
That's weird.
Here we are, because it was zoomed in to the part where it just cut. But I mean, if it was going to cut, I mean, that's actually probably
that's funny.
Cooler than if it played, because it literally got to the drop, and it indeed.
Hey, we toyed with our listeners there. We had to build it up for that great. Everyone's waiting to get their hands up and do the Finn Balor thing, and we cut it, guys. Sorry, that's just how we play the game.
So we're going to get to our tweet of the week. Let's get to our tweet of the week right now. All right, what do you got, Brandon? All
right, so typical me. I'm going with my favorite on Twitter handle at WWE Creative _ish Creative WWE Creative Humor. I just thought this was kind of funny just looking at this earlier today. It says here, we kept at I Am Jericho hidden backstage by storing him inside the Great Khali #Travel Woes. I just thought that was kind of funny because Great Khali comes back on Sunday, and then Jericho's back on Tuesday. So, I thought that tweet was kind of funny. It was kind of cheesy, but I mean, WWE Creative Humor, they're always on point. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
All right, so my tweet of the week, I kind of came out through Nowheresville, but I saw it. It came out on July the 26th. There's a Then, Now, and Whatever, kind of a spoof on the Then, Now, and Forever WWE thing. It's called Then, Now, Whatever at TNW Podcast. And they pointed out something that, it's kind of a unique picture, I guess. It's the WrestleMania 26 commentary team, Matt Stryker, Michael Cole, and Jerry Lawler. And not like right behind, and I don't think ever mentioned on television, but there's a young, I think new in the Hollywood realm, Emma Stone at the event. Good seats, not the best seats. And again, I don't even think it was mentioned that she was there, just kind of randomly being there. It says, is that Emma Stone at WrestleMania 26? It was in Phoenix that year, and apparently she was born there. So it's not funny. It's not topical. It's more or less just interesting. If you go, it's kind of like, where's Waldo? And you go, yeah, Emma, because she never really comes off as a wrestling fan or anything like that, especially nowadays. So seeing her just kind of randomly in the background, and I've never seen that, and nobody's ever brought it up before. And like I said, she wasn't a celebrity in the sense of that they pointed her out during the event. It was just like in a crowd shot, they paused and said, hey, that's Emma Stone before she was like a superstar, just hanging on the back there. So I thought it was interesting, worthy of sharing. Other than that, I didn't see too many great things. I think if I would have scoured the Twitter world around Battleground Great Khali time, I might have found something better. But that's the best I could come up with this week. So I'm hoping personally I can come up with something better next week. But something is something, and it was interesting.
Hey, something's better than nothing.
Yes. So that is going to do it for this week's edition of the Heel to the Face podcast. For Brandon the Icebreaker Clements, Paul Boy Green Esden, who joined us earlier in the show, and myself, Jarod Wicks, we thank you once again for joining us for another edition of our podcast. We hope to hear from you next week as the road to SummerSlam continues, and we'll be here on that road getting you ready for the biggest event of the summer. Once again, Brandon, Paul, and myself, Jarod, thank you for listening. This has been the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio, Rat Pack Radio, and on iTunes.